Good evening and welcome to another episode of What I'm Drinking, an exploration into what I drink sometimes. This is episode 8, and yes, it's gone that far. Tonight is going to be another beverage, yes, a non-alcoholic one. It's a school night, and I'll probably have a beer afterwards, but you don't have to worry about that. And we were shopping yesterday at our local Kroger, and they had a closeout section, and this was on sale at a ridiculously cheap price. It's usually about $6 a 6-pack, and this was on sale for 22 cents a can, so we bought a 6-pack of that. They also had a lot of their kosher stuff at ridiculously low prices. They were closing out the kosher section, which brought on a few illicit jokes, which I will not repeat here. And we found some of the U-Bet syrup, which was usually around $5.19 for a bottle, and we found those for $1.30 a piece. So we stocked up on U-Bet. So eventually, when the weather warms up tomorrow, we'll have egg creams forever, and it will be glorious. But tonight's beverage is from the old country. And this has been in business for about over 100 years, since I think 1903. And this is called Vimto, which was formed from Vim tonic, because the manufacturer at the time wanted it to be a temperate beverage to promote temperance, non-alcohol, and clean living. So Vimto became a beverage in the UK in the early part of the 20th century, and it's kind of a black currants and other herbs and spices and other sweet things that they just kind of mixed all together, blended it into Vimto, and it has a couple of other flavors. Have I had some of those before, or have I just had the regular Vimto? Yeah, there was some other Vimto that I had over in the UK. But Vimto, it was 22 cents a can, and I'm just like, hey, we got something else I could use for the show. Vimto. Let's open our Vimto now. Let's open the Vimto. It is carbonated, but I haven't shaken it. I don't think my wife has shaken it, and I'm fairly certain my son has not shaken the can. And it opens with the fizz of carbonation. And we pour the Vimto. I can't see. It's kind of dark. It's got a lot of currant in there. It's probably some raspberry. And it's got a pleasant fruity smell. A lot of berry notes and other fun things. It tastes, well, we'll see how it tastes. But it smells very pleasant. A little bit of floral, violets, the viscosity. Got some medium carbonation, very pleasant. This is a very pleasant beverage if you like Vimto. It's got some herbs in there, a little bit of licorice way underneath. It's actually a lot of fun. Would you like some Vimto, Scottish wife?
Let me just finish this roll.
She's doing some knitting. She's knitting her sister. She's knitting her sister a sweater. It's pretty sharp. She laid it out on the floor. She has like the arms laid out and the torso, and now all she has to do is sew them together and create a sweater. She's very crafty, that one. So Vimto. It's pretty tasty, and if you can find it, it's worth seeking out. Try a can. Scottish wife is here. She's going to have some Vimto with me. We're going to share a can of Vimto on a Monday
Edward's
evening.
blood from Twilight.
Yeah. Cheers.
Glittery vampire blood.
No, it's not sparkly vampire blood from Twilight. It has nothing to do with Edward Cullen. This is not an Edward Cullen. This is Vimto. And the V is for Vim, not vampire. Where did we get off? Where did we go into the Twilight thing? What did you do? What happened here? We're talking about vampire. We're talking about Vimto.
I said it was
Beautiful
like
beverage.
Edward's blood. That's all.
This is not. It's not dark enough, and it's
I
sweet.
don't know. He's pretty. He's
There is
pretty
no.
light vampire.
There is no sweetness in Twilight. It's all. It's all wrong.
It reminds me of like sucky sweets.
Sucky sweets. Well, they do make
Sucky
candies.
Yeah.
Also, and other confections which you can find when you go over to the old country. Also, this stuff sells a lot in Saudi Arabia during Ramadan. It's a very popular thing. Don't ask me why. Ask an Arab if you know one. About Vimto. Vimto! Ask for it by name. Vimto. Cheers.
Definitely tastes that black currant.
Mm-hmm.
Raspberry,
Raspberry,
raspberry.
black currants.
It's kind of that cordial vibe.
Yep. And one more time. Vimto. And this concludes episode 8 of What I'm Drinking. We still have 5 cans of Vimto left. If you would like one, come on over, have some Vimto with us, and then we'll drink something good. Have a good afternoon and
Not that
evening.
bad.